Hello everyone, welcome to City Skylines Springwood City Unmodded Gameplay Episode 9. In the previous episode, we bought another piece of land and created a new residential neighborhood. In this episode, we want to make our first specialized industry, but we do want to make sure that there is a road connection inside this industrial area. We didn't make these dirt roads previously, so we will be using that to connect with this interchange and maybe use this road in the future and get to the farmlands over here, if at all we expand to that tile. So yeah, that's all I really wanted to mention, but actually we can get started with making our road. Now, we obviously need to connect these two parts of the city a little bit better, but for now, we don't even have the connections to let trucks from this direction go into that and this direction coming in from here. We just want a basic connection right now to get things started, but we will be modifying this interchange going forward for sure. The next step for us is to figure out where we can put the entrance for our industry. Maybe it's better not to have the entrance anywhere over here, considering it's too close to this interchange as well as this one. And maybe if we expand to this farmlands, we can have a connection from either here or in this direction. We might need to modify the position of this stretch because it's not exactly in between these two, and I do want to leave some space from this to the highway. So I might actually bend this road a little bit like that and then kind of take it forward. So considering that in mind, I think maybe somewhere over here would be a nice area. So once again, I'll make that and I'll see you guys in just a minute. Alright guys, so the trucks will be entering from both of these directions and then going into this roundabout, and for now I'm just having this one single industrial road. They can take this roundabout to then exit, and then here we'll be having our extractor buildings, which in this case will be small tree plantations. And for this we obviously need to create a main building first, so that's what we'll be heading towards now. Alright guys, so we will be having all our trucks coming in from here and then they will kind of be spreading out in these directions. We can just have this area dedicated for just administrative buildings. So now that we have this, we can start putting in our small tree plantations. I think these are really good locations. All of these have some really good yield. The second line there in the estimated production shows how many units it will produce. I think 4,800 is the maximum for this small tree plantation. I think this might be good enough, and then we can start putting in more of these in maybe these areas. Yeah, these ones have some good production. So yeah, let's stick with these. For now, I think this is good enough. I guess this is a good time to start the simulation and see where this gets to.
A few moments later.
So let's see how this looks like. We are starting to make some items. We don't have any imports, which is nice. Once we have this, we can start making paper and timber, which is what these buildings are for, the extractors. So yeah, this is good. Now we have our workers increasing. We're not really making any profit, but I think this is good enough for now. Alright, so with that, I think let's start thinking about our transit. Until then, we'll have our industry kind of growing a little bit as well. So for the transit, if you want to make a bus connection, which will be this one, we will need to make a bus depot. And once we have a bus depot, we can start making lines. So a good location for the bus depot, I believe, would be... I guess, yeah, what could be a good location for this? Maybe we can keep it, there would be noise. So yeah, we need to be mindful about that. I don't think this is a good idea because this will create some traffic problems as well. So maybe let's put it here. Yeah, I don't know if this is a good idea. Maybe here would be also a good location. It might disrupt some of the homes, but I think this is good for now. Yeah, let's put it here. So yeah, we have the intercity bus station. Why is that intercity bus station? Hold on. Oh no, we needed this. Sorry about that. So we needed the bus depot, not the intercity bus depot. So this is good for now then. So yeah, let's start making our first bus line. So what I really want to do is, obviously because people are working in these industrial areas and the commercial area, and we have all these people in all of these areas that kind of want to get there back and forth. So I just really want to connect these better. So I'm going to make this and I'll see you guys in just a second.
1 hour later.
Alright guys, so this is what the bus line looks like to begin with. We have 2 stops over here and then we have no stop in this area, but we have 1 stop over here. So we will be adding some walkways over here as well, so pedestrians can go back and forth. And then we have a connection over here. So this is the school, and then the bus moves over here, and then the bus will go forward. It will be connecting over here, and then it will turn around and go over here. So we need some better walking connections over here as well. And then we continue in this direction, and then the bus stops over here, and that's pretty much it. That kind of ends over here. There is no bus stop in this direction because we don't really need that. One of the things I had to change to be able to accommodate this bus line is this stretch, which was previously a one-way going in, was to make this into a two-way road as well, so buses can easily come out from this direction. Now, one of the things that I would want to check out is our bus line demand. Obviously, because we just started out, we don't really have that many passengers going in for now. So what we'll really do is decrease the budget of this and maybe bring it down to say 5 buses. So that will really make sure that we are providing buses as our demand is increasing. I think that should be looking good. We do have a good amount of passengers waiting for the buses. So I think we'll be using this line quite well, but we'll see how this eventually turns out. So I think, yeah, this is looking good. Let's resume this as well and let's see what this looks like.
7 hours later.
I think the amount of passengers is pretty good. We have 42% of car trips being saved from this one. So that's really good as well. We have more than 1,000 passengers waiting for this. So I think, yeah, at this point, we should be adding more of these buses. And along with this, we would just want to make sure that all of our bus stops are connected well. For example, this one, people really have to walk a lot for this. So we want to make sure that we make this easier for them. And for that, we'll be doing this. Alright guys, so we added some walkways to make sure that our citizens have a good connection to these new bus stops. So for example, this bridge is completely new and look at all of these people using this. It's really, really efficient. And look at all of these people waiting for buses. It looks like a crazy, crazy crowd. But yeah, so we have these new connections. We have, well, nothing new over here, but yeah, we have this connection as well towards this bus stop. And we have added one more connection over here. Previously, this just used to continuously go like that. Now we have this connection, so people are using that as well for our buses. And then the last thing that we did is over here, we added this bridge that connects this area with this one. And this is where our bus stop is. So yeah, we have a lot of people using this as well. We have a lot of cyclists that are using this, which is nice. So maybe in the future, we can also kind of continue this into this area as well. For now, this is good. And oh no, we have a death wave going on. This is not good. This is really not good. So we need to make sure that this... Oh yeah, we are having this issue. So both of these are filled up. There is some space left in this one. And what about this? Yeah, some space left in this one as well. Let's just check the budget and make sure that we are not doing bad in that regard. Nope, we are not. So what we really need to do in that case is add more crematoriums. All right, let's add one over here for now. Let's maybe add one over here, I suppose.
346 minutes later.
All right, let's see how that changes. I don't really know what's happening. Hold on, let's see if there is a traffic backup that is stopping these city service vehicles. It seems like there isn't. Yeah, what's happening? All right, yeah, I think this will kind of fix itself, or it should fix itself at this point. We just need to make sure that all of these are having a connection, and it seems like some of these are not. So I think temporarily we can have one solution to this, which is to increase the budget for this to maximum, which will just make sure that we have more hearses moving around in the city. And that may be one solution to fix this death wave. So let's try that. Let's see what that looks like. But yeah, we actually are starting to have a lot of issues in our city, which is not good.
Meanwhile,
so it seems like we have multiple problems. We have crime and we have garbage for sure. So what I'm going to do is add a police station as well as a fire station for now. And we do need to make sure that there is a way for our garbage trucks to come in this location. So for this, what we really can do is maybe add a temporary road connection that would lead people from this area to that one. So let's do that. Alright, so I did add this road that would probably help our garbage trucks to get into this and take garbage from here. But the problem is I want to make sure that this is not used by trucks. If the trucks start using this, then that would be a problem. And I strongly feel that trucks will indeed start using that. Obviously, another solution is to just provide a new recycling center over here, which we might do at some point. But for now, I think we are good.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
Oh yeah, we have city services vehicle coming into that dirt road, which is nice. I think that's exactly what I really wanted to do. This is hopefully a garbage truck, which it is. Yes, it is. There you go. It's a biofuel garbage truck, which is nice. What about the police station, man? What's happening? Really want to make sure that the police problem is sorted. Oh, it seems like it already did. Okay, well, that's good. Oh, and this is good as well. The death wave problem got sorted by itself. That's really nice. Okay, so that budget thing actually really worked. Okay, so that's good. It seems like we have at this point fixed all our issues. So yeah, now that that is done, let's go back to our industrial area and let's see how this is doing. We are making a little bit of profit. It's not really that significant. $16 is not that much, but at this point I can start making more processing buildings. I just want to make sure that we don't add our processing building in the green areas, because the green area should be dedicated for our extractor buildings. So that's exactly what we'll be doing right now. Right now, we're just randomly doing this without any sort of planning, but we will be planning more of this going forward. So for now, let's just put it over here. Let's just make sure it has enough services. And right now it says not enough raw materials, but that will change as more trucks will be coming from this to this and adding new items. But yeah, so this looks good. I think this is exactly what we really wanted to do. Let's just make sure that there are no trucks using this bridge. It doesn't seem like there are. Let's just see. There are some trucks which are coming in from here and going to be using that, which is not ideal because, oh, I see, because we don't really have that connection as well. So yeah, that should be really our next step, which is to modify this interchange to make sure that trucks can come in from this direction into this and exit from this direction into that. And also another connection we want to add is between this and this area. So I'll do that and see you guys in just a minute. Alright guys, so after a lot of work and spending a lot of time on this, I think I've brought this interchange to that state where it can cater to the traffic that we have in the city right now. So first of all, we already had this connection. The only difference is now I have those highways into these tunnels that you can see over here. So these are 2 levels down, and that's why we have 2 different levels of tunnels that we can support in this specific interchange. So as you can see, we have these highways and then we have these on and off ramps and these connectors that are going in a different level. And then I have connected this interchange with these roads that we previously had with our industrial zone. So now these roads actually go straight up until this roundabout. So as you can see, this connection is leaving this roundabout and it's joining in into everything else, and then this road goes all the way in there and then it connects with this tunnel that we previously had. Now the next thing, which is the most complicated one, is basically all these connections that go in different directions. But with that said, let me just show you how you would be able to use this interchange. So for example, let's say starting from here, when trucks enter this off ramp, they have 3 choices. They can either go in this direction using this connector, they can use this connector to go in this direction and eventually end up in this roundabout. And then third would be to go in this area by using this off-ramp. Same thing with here as well. When you are exiting, you can either go in this direction and go out of the city from here, or you can go from this direction into this area and then kind of connect with this part of the city, which will be continuing forward. Third option would be connecting to this tunnel, which eventually leads them to this part of the city. Apart from that, they can just continue going in that road and just continue in that direction. If we talk about this one, they can either enter from here and continue in this direction into the industrial area, or they can keep going onto the main highway and that would lead them to this part. Or they have 2 more options. One is they can use this connection to go in this direction, or they can use this tunnel and that would lead them to this part of the map. And the same thing goes for this one as well. So for example, here you can either go continue in this direction, or you can go in this highway by using this off ramp, or you can go in this direction for the same highway as well using this ramp. And the last option obviously is to once again connect with this one and have a direct connection into this industrial area. I think at this point we have all the connections. I don't believe I have forgotten any connection, but if I did, I would be in trouble. We'll be able to find that out soon enough. But with that, let's just start the simulation and let's see what that looks like. I hope this would be as smooth as I thought it would be, and I think it is going in that direction, but let's just see. Let's just open up our traffic connection and let's see how our vehicles are moving. And it seems like everything is looking fine. Yeah, one of the things that we probably need to think about is that now this roundabout might be used by people from this part of the city to kind of get over here, because this is not the quickest way to get there. But then again, we'll see how many trucks and how many vehicles are actually using that. There may be some private vehicles, which would be, you know, just people working over here and in these places, but we'll figure that out. At this point, we have 91% of traffic flow, which is quite good. We had, well, now it is 90, but we had 92 in the previous episode. We do have some issues over here and now with this area. But other than that, I think we are doing pretty good. I don't know why this part of the city is actually so heavy in terms of traffic. It seems like this is where they are stopping a lot. And I think there might be, there might be a light issue over here, which is not good. So to be able to just quickly do this, I'm just going to bring this road over here and let's make this priority road. So if you do that and if you remove all the lights, then this would automatically become a stop sign, which is good. All right, so let's make this into a stop sign as well. We don't need stop signs over here. So that traffic flow would be improved hopefully over here at this point. Yeah, it's definitely lightening up, so that's good. All right, so this is good. So with that, I think this new interchange is looking pretty good. People are using it the way I expected them to use it, which is really nice. There is some traffic happening over here. Maybe we can make this into a 2-lane connection like this. I haven't exactly applied lane math to this one yet, so we need to figure that out, but we'll do that as we have more traffic problems in this interchange. But yeah, so that is looking quite interesting. At this point, we don't have any more issues in our city. I think one of the only things that I see is this cemetery is pretty much empty. So at this point, we'll just need to wait to get our crematorium, which would solve this problem. But yeah, we had a death wave, which is looking good at this point. I think we might be able to reduce the budget of this to 100 and see how that impacts the city. If it doesn't affect it that much, then we'll keep it at 100. But yeah, I think that is looking good. We don't have any more problems with no more customers and no more workers. So that, I think the bus connection definitely at least helped a little bit in fixing that issue. In terms of the expansion of the city, I think we are looking pretty good. So at this point, let me know in the comments what you really think about the city. Other than that, I think this is pretty much the end of this episode. So in the next episode, we'll need to figure out what we can do. We have a fairly balanced demand of all three of these things. So at this point, it is just prioritizing things correctly. But yeah, with that, I'll end this episode right over here. If you guys enjoyed this, please leave a like. If you really liked it, please subscribe to my channel. That's really helpful. And I will see you guys in the next one. Until then, goodbye.